Boxing Truth here, back with another video. Let's talk about this chump, Jermell Charlo. One of the most annoying, deluded Heyman fighters in the game. Calling out a 47-year-old Oscar De La Hoya as he's willing to oblige his comeback fight, as De La Hoya has been flirting with a comeback for a number of years. It's not the first time. Ever since Pacquiao destroyed him, De La Hoya hasn't wanted to go out like that. He's been flirting about a comeback ever since for the past 12 years. It hasn't occurred, and it probably won't occur this time around anyways, but De La Hoya is talking about fighting a top fighter at 154, even willing to challenge a top welterweight to move up to 154 to fight him. Oscar just wants to erase that bad memory of his last fight, quitting on his stool, doing what he did to to Chavez Sr. happened to him as an end of a career. He retired Chavez Sr., and then he gets the same fate by quitting on his stool. He wants to erase that bad memory. But Oscar should just stay retired, man. The substance abuse, not having had a fight in 12 years, 47 years old. It's only a recipe for disaster for Oscar to come back, especially now, and trying to challenge a top fighter at 54. But if he was to come back, man, do everyone in boxing a favor. If it's not going to be you that puts this chump in his place, have one of your fighters put this chump in his place in Jermell Charlo. Charlo bitching and moaning about Oscar and Golden Boy when they promoted him. I mean, what you expect to get at that time, brother? He was fighting on undercards. He was fighting on Alfredo Angulo undercards, Bernard Hopkins undercards, and you weren't fighting any big name opponents or any serious fights for the first 20-something fights of your career. Look at the shit he's spewing here. I'm a little surprised that he said that Golden Boy never signed him, but they signed him to a deal. I mean, why would they sign the weaker of the two brothers? I mean, everyone at Golden Boy knew you was a project. I mean, you was a lab project. They had to protect you, put you in these, matchmaking type fights, make sure you're matched correctly, because you ain't that good. You still ain't that good, even though you're champion. You was getting outboxed by a chinny Tony Harrison, and you had the freaking judges in your pocket. You got outboxed so bad in that fight, all three of them judges actually had you winning at the time of the stoppage. You lucky Harrison is just a very flawed fighter and can't focus in the ring when he's fatigued. And he's also chinny. And you struggled in 2 fights with that chump, man. What does that make you, Jermell Charlo? Bro, you ain't that good. Golden Boy didn't really believe in your ass. I mean, they signed you, but they didn't really believe in you. They had to protect you. And you expecting to get that type of payday fighting? Who was you fighting when you was promoted by Golden Boy? Let's check that out. This is the cast you was fighting, bro. Demetrius Hopkins, Harry Yorkie. Okay. A gatekeeper, Dennis Douglas, ain't shit. Just a sparring partner now. Unimpressive against Rosado. I mean, these are the cats you were fighting when you was under Golden Boy. You was fighting on undercards against unknown fringe contenders. Matarosian was your best win under their umbrella. Ackline, old-ass Joe Hakeem Ackline. John Jackson ain't shit. Charles Hatley ain't shit. You was with Heyman at this time. But you wasn't getting no $1 million paydays at this time either, brother. You was still fighting on undercards. Here's another undercard fight. Bro, you didn't get your first main event. I don't even think the first fight was a main event. Maybe it was. I'm not sure. But it was either this fight or the rematch where you finally got your first shot at a headline main event. It took you that fucking long. How many fights you got? It took you 30 plus fights to get a main event headlining, and you're bitching and moaning that Golden Boy didn't pay you. Bro, look who you were fighting. How are they gonna pay you $1 million fighting the Yorgis, Demetrius Hopkins of the world on a fucking undercard? So what you bitching and moaning about Golden Boy about, man? Bro, just leave them alone. You with Heyman now. You know, you ride with him. He's treating you right? He's protecting you just like Golden Boy protected your ass. You a champion after that bullshit ass fight with Tony Harrison, the rematch. Oh, every judge had you winning even though you was getting outboxed. And you had an incident with a water bottle where you possibly wasn't even consuming water in the corner, breaking the rules. Man, Oscar should have just you know, I know he has a plan with Munguia, man, but they should have tried to made that fight. Man, Munguia would have knocked your chump ass out, bro. You lucky Munguia got bigger fish to fry. Because if Oscar would have, you know, let him out the cage, bro, he would have ended your whack-ass WC championship reign and put your ass into further irrelevancy in your career. You ain't shit, Jermell Charlo. You never was, you never will be. You want to call out an old-ass Oscar De La Hoya? Because Heyman can't really get you any fights. Your biggest win is Tony Harrison? Really? 30 years old, your biggest win is you was looking like shit against a wash Austin Trout. The Lubin victory was decent. Lubin's a good fighter. You caught him cold. But bro, man, Canelo just turned 30. Got the same age, man. And look at the difference of careers. Your biggest win is Tony Harrison. You a bum-ass champion, dog. When you gonna fight? Yo, fight a unification fight. Shut the fuck up. You know, you actually have a chance to be undisputed since Rosario's the other unified champion. Decent, you know, not a bad-looking fighter. Strong-looking at 54, but beatable. But where's your career gonna go, man? Who's gonna be your legacy fight or big name fight? I mean, what have you done to really to be getting these type of paydays? Why should Golden Boy have paid you when you was fighting these type of dudes on undercards? He's already lost, and he lost cleanly in that first fight. You saw it in the rematch. He was getting outboxed. Judges bailed you out, though. Man, I can't wait till somebody dropped this chump. Somebody, man. Who's at 54 to drop this chump? Oh, Brian Castano. Yo, Heyman, please make that fight, bro. Castano will fucking relieve you of your WC strap. Hopefully that fight with Patrick Teixeira gets rescheduled. Yo, Heyman, let Brian Castano punish this boy. I'm going to tell you, this dude ain't shit. The best 54-pounder in your stable is the kid from Argentina, not this chump. Not this loudmouth who ain't done shit in his career. You gonna get dropped soon, Jermell. Your time's coming, bruh. You're lucky Munguia didn't stay at 54 to drop you. But it's alright. Brian Castano is under the same umbrella. He's gonna end your reign very soon. This is Boxing Truth. I'm out.